Hello and welcome again to our reading of John's Gospel. We're up to chapter 6, verse 22. Te, and it doesn't go with anything here, so again you have to supply hemera, dative, eparion, the day after. So on the following day, oklos, the crowd, the one standing, this is a participle from, you get histemi, the perfect is hesteka, I stand, perfect in form, present in meaning, and this is the participle from that. So the one standing, perantes thalassas, on the other side of the sea, or beyond the sea, perhaps the other side of the sea. Adon, they saw that there was not another little boat. This is a word for boat. Ploion is another word we use, from pleo, to sail. This is a diminutive. Later Greek liked these diminutive forms, and they're common enough in the Septuagint. So they saw that there was no other boat, eke, there, ame hen, except one. And that, the subjects here, Jesus did not go in with, so that's Erkamai, the Aelthen, and Ace and Sun. So did not go into, understand, the boat with his disciples. Well, actually we don't have to understand it, there it is, into the boat. Jesus did not go into the boat with his disciples, but only his disciples, Apael, then departed. So of course in the previous section Jesus has walked on water to get back to the disciples in the boat. Allah, ploia, and then in brackets ria. So you get ploion, or you get ploi arion. And so it may be that Greek likes to use variations of words, so ploiarion here and ploia here, just being synonyms. And that's probably what's happened here, and someone's tried to correct it by making it agree back with this, but you don't actually need to. So other boats came from Tiberias. This is the Sea of Tiberias. Near the place, Engels plus genitive, where they ate the bread, and now we get a genitive absolute here, when the Lord had given thanks. Genitive absolute here. So genitive aorist participle in the genitive case here. Hote, when therefore the crowd saw that Jesus is not there, nor his disciples, they themselves, enebasin, they got on board into the ships. They went down literally into the ships, or went into the ships, and they came into Capernaum, Seituntes, seeking Jesus. Kai hurontes, this is an aorist participle from heurisco, the aorist stem, and having found him on the other side of the sea, they said to him, Rabbi, poti hodi gegonas, when did you, literally, have you become, this is the perfect from ginomai, hodi, here. So how did you get here, or when did you get here? And Jesus answered to them and said, Truly, truly, I say to you, you seek me, and I are looking for me, not because you saw signs, but because you ate, aorist from estheo, aorist is ephagon, this is the second person plural, because you lot, you plural, ate from the bread, and kortasthete is from kortasdo, This is the aorist passive, second person plural, you were satisfied. This is from the feeding of the 5,000 before. Ergadzes there, labour, and this is an imperative here, so labour not, we normally have the negative before, but they've put it afterwards here. Labour not for ten brosin, the food, the one which perishes, from apolumi, participle here, agreeing with this feminine noun brosis. So labour not for the food which perishes, but the food, the one menusan, feminine participle, from meno, agreeing with brosin, which remains unto life eternal. Hain, which the Son of Man, dose, will give, future from didomi, humin, to you. For the Father, esphragisin. Now, asphragus is a seal used in letters and documents to seal them up. This is the verb sphragisdo, to put his seal upon, and hence often translated the metaphor is to set his approval on. For the Father, hotheos, God, has put his approval on touton, on this one. Therefore they said to him, what shall we do in order that we might work the works of God? And Jesus answered and said to them, this is the work of God, that you believe, this is this use of hina plus the subjunctive, that you believe in the one whom, so again as usual we get a relative with no, without the, we need a touton, I think here, in the one, or an auton or something. So in the one whom, ekanos, he, that is God, epistalen, has sent. There's no antecedent for the hon. So that you might believe in the one whom he sent. They therefore said to him, what sign will you do? The word order is slightly odd here. What then you will do a sign. So what sign will you do? Hina, in order that we might see and we might believe soy in you. This is pistuo here plus the dative. What will you, what work will you do? Regards to by, this is the second person singular. So what will you wrought? What will you do? Our fathers, ephagon, they ate the manna in the desert, just as it is having been written. So just as it is written, Edoken, he gave Arton bread from heaven for them, phagain, to eat. And this, of course, is a quotation from the Septuagint. And Jesus therefore said to them, truly, truly, I say to you, Moses did not give to you the bread from heaven, but my Father gives to you the bread from heaven, the true bread. So my Father gives you the true bread from heaven. The ton alethinon is agreeing with ton arton. So the bread from heaven, the true bread. For the bread of God is the one having descended, participle, from katabino, from heaven, and didus, participle from didomi, and giving life, to cosmo, to the world. Therefore they said to him, Lord, pantoti, always, dos, imperative from didomi, give to us, ton auton touton, this bread. Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life, the one coming to me. Now, ume is used with the subjunctive for a strong negative. In no way, peinase. This is from peinao. It's a contracted alpha verb, but the alpha doesn't lengthen in this verb. In some of these contract verbs, the linking vowel, the e or the alpha, doesn't necessarily lengthen. So this is in fact subjunctive from peinao, but you don't get a lengthening of the alpha. So the one coming to me, in no way will he hunger, and the one believing in me, and in no way dipsase. This is from dipsao, and here the alpha does lengthen in this form. This is a subjunctive. So it's either a subjunctive or it could be a future here. Ume with a possible future, generally with subjunctive. In no way will he ever thirst, from dipsao. But I said to you that also, that both is kai and kai. So I've already said to you that you have both seen me and you do not believe. Slightly awkward Greek there. So, but I've already told you that you've seen me and you do not believe. Pan ho didosi. Now this is neuter, so it's everything which the Father gives to me will come. Heikse, from heiko, a verb which is perfect in meaning but present in form. So has come to me. So everything which the Father gives to me will come to me. So it's a future here. And the one coming, it changes from pan, which is neuter, to masculine. And the one coming to me, ume ek balo, this is ume again with the subjunctive, in no way will I cast, understand, him out. Because kat ebebeka, this is the perfect from katabino, because I have come down from heaven, not in order that I might do to thelema to emon. This is this use of the personal adjective here, my own will, so my will, alla to thelema, but the will, to pepsantos me, genitive participle aorist here, the will of the one having sent me. This is the will of the one having sent me. Hina, it's this use of hina again, that pan ho, everything which dedoken, perfect from didomi, he gave to me, not will I lose it ex autu. Now the ex autu is slightly odd here. It's probably something like from him. So I will not lose it from him. Allah, but anastaso, I will raise up out of it, because all of this, this is neuter here. So it's pan, in order that everything which he gave to me, I will not lose, probably understand, anything from it or from him, but I will raise it up in the last day. For this is the will of my Father, that, now it's gone back to masculine again, everyone, the one seeing the Son and believing, two participles here from theorio and pistuo, believing in him, this time we've got pistuo plus ace plus accusative, eke might have, this is subjunctive after hina, soein ionion, life eternal. And anastaso, I will raise him, so I is emphatic, I will raise him, I, so I will raise him in the last day. And the N is in square brackets in both of these spots here. Gonguzdo is an onomatopoetic word. It means to mumble or grumble. So it's an onomatopoetic word, gonguzdo. It sounds like it is. So the Jews then were grumbling or mumbling regarding him because he said, I am the bread, the one having come down, aorist participle from katabino again, from heaven. And they were saying, now we get ook with a question, expecting the answer yes. So is this guy not Jesus, the son of Joseph? Do we not know the father and the mother? Now this is interesting here because in some of the Gospels you get the impression that Joseph has been long dead, but here there's no hint of that, which is just interesting to note. So is this not Jesus, the son of Joseph, of whom we know? So whose father and mother we know? Pose nun, how now lege does he say, hoti recitative, katabebeka, perfect from katabino, I have come down from heaven. And Jesus answered and said to them, me gongudziti. This is the imperative. Do not grumble or mumble among yourselves, among one another, among yourselves. Udes, no one dunatai is able, elthane prosmet, to come to me, aean me, unless, plus the subjunctive, the Father, the one having sent me, might drag him. This is from helkuo. This is the aorist subjunctive after hina from helkuo. It literally means to draw, or to, sorry, it literally means to drag, often translated as just to draw, to in some metaphysical sense. Draws him, literally drags him. Cargo for kai ego, and I, anastaso, will raise him up from anhistemi in the last day. It is written in the prophets, and all will be called, or all will be, so everyone will be didaktoi, taught of God, so taught by God. That's again a quote from the Septuagint, and heaven knows what the context of this is. I didn't look it up, but often they simply use verses in the New Testament, ignoring the context of them anyway, and simply fit them into the given context of what they're writing about. So all will be taught of God, and everyone having heard from the Father, and having learnt, this is the aorist participle from manthano, and having learnt, comes to me. Not that anyone, hierarchen, perfect from hierarcho, has seen the Father, ame, except the one being from God. Hutos, he, that guy, hierarchen, has seen the Father. Truly, truly, I say to you, the one believing has eternal life. Ego eimi, we get lots of these I am sayings in John. Here's another one here. Ego eimi, I am the bread of life. Your fathers ate in the desert the manna, and they died. Hutos, this is the bread, the one that hot goes with the katabinon here, and it's masculine, the one descending from heaven. So this is the bread which is descending from heaven, in order that tis anyone might eat from it and might not die. So we would say that whoever eats of it might not die. I am saying, I am the bread, the living bread. We get a participle here. The one katabas, having descended, aorist participle, from heaven. If 'tis anyone might eat from this bread, say, future from Tsao, he will live unto the age, so he live eternally, and the bread, but the bread which I will give, esti is, he saksmu, my flesh, on behalf of the life of the world. And we'll continue that in a later video.